Why the Ram Mandir? As a person, I do not subscribe to any faith, belief, system, or ideology. The way forward for the planet, I often repeat, is the recognition that authority is not truth. Truth is the only authority. In the quest for this truth, however, human beings need iconic inspirations. For this civilization, the figure of Ram has left an indelible mark on our collective consciousness. We do not have to be religious to appreciate this. Thousands of years after his time, he remains among the greatest cultural protagonists of this land, an integral part of our DNA. The consecration of his temple in Ayodhya is not the triumph of one faith over the other. It is simply the triumph of the conscious human being all over the unexamined compulsive behavior. Ram was a man who walked this land, not a god who dropped from the heavens. He was born of human parents, was heir to a local kingdom, and lived and loved as an exemplary human being. He fought a great battle not because of a monarch's expansionist greed, but because of his single-pointed love of his wife. What's more, he fought without hatred, resentment, or negativity. He even repented for slaying his adversary because he recognized that his enemy was a noble human being in his own right. What Ram embodied was love, patience, integrity, gentleness, and fortitude under incredibly challenging circumstances. As a ruler, this was a man who placed the well-being of his citizens above his personal interest. Indeed, his real estate issues are not limited to this historical moment. As a man of principle, he voluntarily gave up his kingdom and went into exile. After waging a war to win back his wife, he was willing to renounce her again in the interests of collective peace and harmony. Ram Rajya does not represent, therefore, a land ruled by an aggressive imperialist, but a just, wise, peace-loving, and resolute human being. This is what the world needs more than ever in this hour. By honoring him, we acknowledge an important civilizational insight, one that views heroism not as the conquest of the external, but the internal. Ram's entire life, from the loss of his kingdom and wife to his later travels, can be seen in terms of events as a serial disaster. And yet, his ability to remain unruffled and equanimous through it all makes him exceptional even today. The fundamental ethos of this land recognizes mukti or liberation as the highest value. Ram epitomizes this ideal. As Maryada Purushottam, the ideal man, he reminds us that every human being can rise to become divine. This is the possibility that yoga holds out to all in our country, and indeed to the world. The spiritual process is not about becoming superhuman. Instead, Ram's example reminds us that being human is super. This is an important cultural moment, not an occasion for any community to gloat, because we must never forget that the figure of Ram stands for humility. He is our collective inheritance. It is time for us to reclaim this unique civilizational legacy, one that prizes the significance of the conscious human being over the savior rescuer God. What Ram represents is, therefore, the triumph not of religion but of responsibility. Thank you.